What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Burn Frank back again on another video. Today we're going to be talking about a group of 15-year-olds get caught by their friend's mom. So this group of 15-year-olds were chilling at their friend's house, and like as they're having their sleep, they're having like a sleepover. Like they're basically chilling at their friend's house that night, basically spending the night over there. And 2 a.m. comes and the group of 15-year-olds are bored. They're basically bored, and they don't like basically really have nothing to do. Well, they do have stuff to do, but they just like kind of bored of it right now at the time. So as they're bored, one of their friends thinks of, well, not one of the friends, but the friend who like brought his friends over to his house. Basically, the kid who basically lives in the house comes up with an idea of sneaking out of the house and going to the other kid's house. Now the other kid's house has a group of girls over there who are also having a sleepover. So they now like earlier like that earlier that day, the group of girls told the group of boys for them like to come over because they're also having a sleepover, and since they're having a sleepover, they should come over there as well. And it was like, yeah, it would probably have to take them some time or something like that. So it was thinking about it, and like the kid who basically lives in the house had said, let's just go over there, and they was wondering like how are we gonna get over there, and so the kid said we'll just take my mom's car and go over there, and she was like, is her mom gonna be okay with it, stuff like that, and he was like, yeah, because now the kid's parents, right, like chill, like they're like very chill to the point where they'll literally let like the kids who was like there with their kid, like having a sleepover, basically like do anything they want. Like they didn't have no problem with what they did unless they like just didn't. If they left, like they snuck out of the house or something, then like they would get like mad about it or something and stuff like that. But anything else major, anything like that inside the house, they didn't really care. So they're just like very super chill. So so the kid was like, man, let's just go sneak. Let's sneak out of the house. I'll hop in mom's car. Now the mom's car was like a Range Rover. I don't know. I don't know what I said, but so the mom had like a Range Rover, and so and it was kind of easy for them to sneak out of the house though, because they all they had to do was sneak out of the back door and then just go to the garage. Plus, parents had like they were asleep at that time, and they were asleep, and they had like early jobs. They didn't have like you wake up at 7 and go to work at 10 or something jobs. They had like early morning jobs, like wake up at like 3 or 4 and go to work at like 5:30 or something, like 6 in the morning. So also kind of like limited time to do stuff. So they end up like the other kids end up agreeing with the kid who lives there. So they end up going hopping in the Range Rover and driving to the girl's house wherever the girl lives at and go and hang out with them. So they end up going there. They're arriving there. They arrive there, and they end up hanging out with the girls and stuff like that. And each of the kids, each of the kids in the group, in the boy group, hangs out with each of the kids in the girl group. So as they're doing that, they had like different rooms, and a couple of them went in one room, and a couple of them went in another room, stuff like that. And as they're hanging out, the kid realizes that they've been there for about like couple like they've been there for like a couple hours. So and as they've been there for like a couple hours, they realize that the mom of the kid who lives in the house, kid's mom has to wake up and get ready for work and stuff like that. And then, so it was like, okay, we need to hurry up and leave before my mom wakes up, because if she wakes up and walks out and realizes that her car is not there, her Range Rover's not there, they're gonna get in trouble. So they end up hurrying up and said and keep up. They go into the other rooms and they get the other boys and stuff like that and tell them, "Do we need to go? We need to go." And as they're rallying everyone else up, one of the kids is missing. One of the kids is missing, and he went to like he's missing. He went to go and he like went in someone's car with another girl, with one of the girls there at the sleepover at the girl's house. They end up going with them, and they end up like going to eat somewhere or something like that. They end up going somewhere, and then they keep so the kids there in the group have to call his phone, and they keep on calling his phone at that time, and at that time, sorry, at that time it was like 4:50. So, and the kid's mom had to go to work around like 5:30 or something like that. So they keep on calling his phone, and well, not it's not 5:40, 5:50. It's like 5:40 at that time. They end up calling his phone, and then the kid ends up answering at like 4:50. As he answers and he's like, "Dude, my bad. I lost track of time and stuff like that." And they just yelling at him, telling him to hurry up, and get back. It was like, okay, so he was like 10 minutes away, basically. So 10 minutes later, it's like 5 o'clock now, and everyone's just like just kind of like nervous and stuff like that, and kind of like anxious to go home, ready to go home, so they won't get in trouble. He finally arrives there, and he's like in there telling them why they need to hurry up and leave, and he's agreeing. So they end up going. They end up hopping in a Range Rover and driving, and going back to drive back to the kids' home. And as they're driving home, a cop comes over. Cop pulls them over and asks them where they heading, and it was like, they got to keep it cool because they don't want to seem suspicious. And then cop ended up asking them where they headed. It was like, oh, we're just heading back home. We just came from a friend's house, right? Just usual normal stuff. And the cop was just like, okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. And then everyone was like so surprised and so relieved that the cop didn't ask them for like a license or registration, because like license, because they usually ask that for like anybody they pull over. So they was like for surprise and stuff like that. So they leave. As they're driving, they get home. Everyone's just hurry up. They're quiet. They're rushing back inside the kid's house, and they go up the stairs. They go through the room, and then they end up. My bad, but yeah, they end up making it home safely without without her the parent there, like parents there catching them. And so they thought. So they end up like going into the room where they was at first, and they're just relaxing and sitting down in their chairs and sitting down in their bed and stuff like that, just relaxing and just discussing how they thought they were gonna get caught, or how they nearly got caught and stuff like that. And after that, like a couple minutes after, the mom comes in, swings the door open, and just asks, "So how was your night?" She was asking them how was their night. You know, but the only person who said anything was like the mother's child. He was the only one who said anything. He was like, "Man, it was good," and then she was asking them, "Okay, so what did y'all do?" And like on the night and stuff like that, and it was like nobody. The other kids didn't say anything. The other three kids didn't say anything, but the mother's kid said, was explaining what they did. He was saying that they took a walk, which they didn't. They drove to a place, to the girl's house. They took a walk. Played video games, played board games, and that's basically what he was saying to her. She was like, okay, okay, and then she wanted them to say even more and how they feel about it. And then it was like she was saying, asking them again. Then everybody was to say something. That was like, it was like, okay, yeah, we had a good night and stuff like that. Until they thought they was gonna like get her with that. They thought she wasn't like really gonna recognize that they left or anything like that. But she ends up saying that she ends up telling them that she knew that they left. Not really knew that they left, but like, but yeah, she knew they left already. She was like, "Why did y'all leave?" and stuff like that. And like, it was, and then so the kid was like, the mother's child was just trying to like explain to her, not explain, but like lie to her. The mother's child was lying to her. But then like other kid was like, you know what? I'ma just he was like, nah, I'ma just tell her why we were going and stuff like that. He ended up explaining to her what they did and what like they went to the girl's house and stuff like that and stuff like that. Yeah, why they went out. She was like, okay, and she was just like willing. She was okay with this. She was chill. He thought that she was going to tell his parents, but she didn't because she was a chill parent. That's basically the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what type of videos you want me to do. And I'm out. Peace.